Sometimes the greatest education isn't found in a classroom. It's hidden inside the pages like places in your hands. The streets of New York City never slept. The yellow taxis rushed through the avenues. Towering skyscrapers reflected the morning sun. Thousands of people hurried toward offices, cafes, and subway stations, each carrying dreams of their own. Among them walked an 18-year-old homeless boy named Ethan Carter. His clothes were worn, his backpack contained everything he owed: a blanket, 2 shirts, an old notebook, and a pant that barely worked. Every night, Ethan slept wherever he could find safety, sometimes inside a church shelter, sometimes on a subway bench, and sometimes beneath the awning of an old bookstore in Manhattan. Yet every morning, he stood up with one promise to himself: one day, this city will know my name. People laughed when they heard him say it, but Ethan smiled. Dreams cost nothing. The beginning of hope. One freezing winter afternoon, Ethan walked into a small independent publishing house simply to escape the cold. The receptionist noticed his tired face. "You looking for someone?" she asked. "I'm looking for work," Ethan replied honestly. The manager, Mr. Harrison, looked at him for a moment. "We don't have much. I'll do anything," the manager sighed. "We occasionally need freelance proofreaders. It's boring work. We pay by the page." Ethan admitted something embarrassing. "I have never done proofreading." Mr. Harrison handed him a few pages. "Find every mistake." For the next 2 hours, Ethan carefully read every sentence. He circled spelling errors, incorrect punctuation, repeated words, missing commas. When he returned the pages, Mr. Harrison raised his eyebrows. "You missed only 2. "I like reading." "When can you start?" "Right now." That afternoon changed Ethan's life. A library hidden inside work. Most proofreaders rushed through manuscripts. Ethan never did. Every manuscript became a classroom. One week he corrected a book on business. The next week he read about psychology. Then biographies of inventors, leadership, negotiation, finance, communication, marketing, economics, history, personal development. Every page taught him something. He carried a notebook everywhere. Whenever he discovered an important lesson, he wrote it down. After 1 year, his notebook became 5 notebooks. After 2 years, 20 notebooks. He had never attended business school, but he had quietly read thousands of pages written by some of the smartest people in the world. Without realizing it, he was building an education worth millions. The mentor. One evening, Ethan was proofreading a manuscript titled "Small Businesses That Changed America." The author visited the publishing house. His name was Daniel Brooks, a respected entrepreneur who had built several successful companies. Daniel noticed Ethan reading the manuscript even during his lunch break. "You actually enjoy proofreading." Ethan smiled. "I enjoy learning." Daniel laughed. "Most people only look for a paycheck. I look for ideas." That answer caught Daniel's attention. Over coffee, Ethan shared his story. No family, no money, no home, only books. Daniel sat silently. Then he asked, "If someone guided you, what would you build?" Without hesitation, Ethan answered, "A business that helps local bookstores and publishers sell more books online." Daniel smiled. "Now that's interesting." Learning beyond books. Daniel became Ethan's mentor. Every Saturday morning, they met in a small cafe near Central Park. Daniel never gave Ethan money. Instead, he gave him questions. Why do businesses fail? What problem are customers actually paying to solve? How do you earn trust? How do you build a team? How do you make people remember your brand? Each question forced Ethan to think. Sometimes Daniel recommended books. Sometimes he challenged Ethan to interview shop owners. Sometimes he asked him to solve real business problems. Every lesson made Ethan stronger. The first business. At age 23, Ethan saved every dollar he had earned. It wasn't much, just enough to buy a second-hand laptop, a small desk, an internet connection. He registered a tiny company. His mission was simple: help independent bookstores and publishers increase online sales through better editing, marketing, and digital promotion. The first month, only one customer. The second month, 3 customers. Some months he almost quit. Bills piled up, clients disappeared, mistakes happened. But every time he faced a problem, he remembered something he had once proofread. Success belongs to the person who solves problems longer than everyone else, so he kept improving. Knowledge becomes wealth. Years passed. The company grew. He hired editors, designers, writers, marketing specialists, developers. His clients expanded from New York to cities across America, then internationally. People asked him, "Where did you study business?" He smiled. "I studied every page that crossed my desk." People thought he was joking. He wasn't. His greatest university had been the manuscripts he corrected. The unexpected recognition. One autumn morning, Ethan received an official invitation. The city of New York had launched a program honoring people whose stories inspired others to overcome hardship. His name had been nominated. At first, he thought it was a mistake, but it wasn't. On the evening of the ceremony, he stood on a stage overlooking hundreds of young people, business leaders, teachers, students, community volunteers, journalists. The mayor introduced him. "This young man once slept on our streets with nothing but hope and determination. Today, he has built a company that creates jobs, supports publishers, and inspires thousands." The audience stood and applauded. For a moment, Ethan remembered the cold nights under the bookstore awning, the empty stomach, the loneliness, the fear. Every painful memory had become part of his strength. His final message. When the applause faded, Ethan stepped to the microphone. He looked at the audience and quietly said, "I wasn't saved by luck. I was saved by learning. Every book I corrected gave me one new idea. Every idea became one better decision. Every better decision changed my future." You don't have to own thousands of books. You only have to refuse to stop learning. Your current situation is temporary. Your willingness to learn can become permanent. If you feed your mind every day, one day your mind will feed your future. The hall fell silent. Many people wiped away tears. Some had arrived believing success belonged only to the wealthy or the gifted. They left believing something different. That knowledge, persistence, and the courage to keep moving forward can rewrite any story. Moral of the story: your greatest opportunity may be hidden inside the work you do every day. Never underestimate small beginnings. Read constantly. Learn intentionally. Find a mentor who challenges you. Stay consistent when progress feels invisible. Because the knowledge you gain today may become the success the world celebrates tomorrow. Remember, a person can lose money, a home, or a job, but the knowledge they earn can never be taken away. If Ethan's journey reminded you that knowledge can change a life, don't let this message end here. Share this video with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe to Success Echo by Naz for powerful motivational stories, life-changing lessons, and inspiring success journeys that will push you to become the best version of yourself. Remember, your circumstances don't define your future, your decisions do. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss your next dose of motivation. This is Success Echo by Nas, where every story echoes success. See you in the next video.